Welcome to the Nerd Party.
Hello, I'm Charlene Schmidt.
I'm Patrick Schmidt.
We just watched The Long Night, episode 5 of season 4 of Babylon 5. It's time to babble for 5.
What a boring episode. God, nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Wow, well that's it guys, good night.
Leave your comments below.
Holy crap, where do we start?
There was so much covered in this episode, and boy, one of the things about season 4, at least the beginning of season 4, is it moves fast.
Lots of things happening, so let's go. Let's start with a very quick note. With the beginning of the episode, Ivanova's going off to find whatever she can of the first ones. Just don't betray Susan. Yeah, she's had a lot of loss in her life.
If I'm Sheridan, I'm not betraying that unless I'm dead or dying.
One, I don't think Sheridan will betray her whatsoever. And two, it's a great testament to their relationship as friends as well as soldiers that Ivanova has even a shred of trust left for anybody but Sheridan.
He knows he has to follow through.
Oh, sure. And Sheridan's a man of his word. He will not screw this up. Thank goodness.
I see it coming where the battle is fairly even. And then here comes Susan with some first ones. Here they come to save the day.
Yeah. She can come in and bust some butts and yeah! And speaking of the war front and battles and whatnot, Ranger Walter White, a.k.a. Erickson, a.k.a. Bryan Cranston. Yeah, kind of cool to see him in this earlier role.
And he needs to stop playing characters that die.
I mean...
But he kind of is the first domino that sets these things in motion. They all knew what they were signing up for, right? Man, I can't even imagine being in that situation and having to own that.
I'm thinking also about Sheridan and Delenn, knowing that they have sent somebody and his ship to die. Necessary? Yeah, unfortunately. That's one of the realities of war, and so I'm glad that's here. War sucks. People die. People go into battle knowing they're going to die.
Yes. And there were a lot of parallels, I thought, between these two stories, right? Between the story of gathering the forces together and trying to trick the shadows and fight the Vorlons and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Londo and Vir and their storyline. It goes right back to what you're alluding to, which is there are no winners in a war.
No, not really.
I mean, you just get to a point where people stop dying.
Right.
And that's sort of the time that people celebrate.
Yeah, which we saw with the Narn.
Yeah.
And what did you think of Jakar's reaction to the celebration?
I thought it was in line with who he is, but I also thought it was understated. I thought he should have taken on a bigger role immediately to be able to say, this is what we're going to do and this is how we're going to do it. But I also understand his willingness to not take on that role.
He said it himself. I didn't do all of this just to become another dictator. But one, that's not who Jakar is.
That's true.
And he has seen how that has gone on Centauri Prime, and he says the Centauri are a lost people. Their course of self-destruction is set. Why would they copy a failing system? No! He's too smart for that.
He has a lot of faith in his people. As a ruler, he would be able to institute things
Sure.
for the betterment of his people, but he's willingly denying that, which speaks to the faith that he has in his people to get it right.
And I feel that Jakar also sees other ways that he can guide and lead his people without the title, the power. He doesn't want that. So while we are here on Narn and we're talking about the Centauri, it was going to be Londo killing Cartagia, and that didn't work out.
No.
This was a lot funner. Yay, Vir!
Well, Vir did his thing and then obviously regretted it, which I think is interesting because he was on Team Kill the Emperor.
Yeah.
But he wasn't the quarterback. He was the left guard. And he was happy with that. And all of a sudden, he's throwing the touchdown.
He's got the ball. He's got to run it in. And then he's got to live with that now. And I love that it's got to be Vir because it's too easy for Londo. He has done this. Londo knows how to cope with this sort of thing. He's been doing it. And as much as that has emptied his heart and soul, well, Vir still has that intact.
Was Londo ever Vir? Was Londo ever that pure?
That is such a good question. It makes you wonder, right? Because he says, I envied you, Vir, for your pure heart, your innocence, your ambition. And really, Vir is just a simple guy. He wanted to get married, have a good job, and have a good life.
And I do finally see the friendship between Vir and Londo that you've been telling me is there the whole time.
Yeah.
I really didn't believe it until that scene. Like, I see that now. I see it much more starkly now than I have in the past. The only thing that pissed me off about Vir getting drunk is it didn't end with him saying, "Everybody's cute."
Shall we get a glass of brevari as we march into war?
That sounds like a heck of an idea.
Yeah?
Yeah. And
Foul too. So let's do that. Let's go watch the next episode. You know what to do. Obviously, what happens in this episode can't be condensed into 5 minutes. Let's talk about what we may have not put into this episode. Blab with us in the comments. Just don't spoil what happens afterward.
Yes, and like, comment, share, all the YouTube things.
You know what to do.
And thanks again to the Nerd Party for hosting us.
Indeed. And we will see you next time.
Yep, next week we'll see you here.